Hello again. Sorry, that was weird. I apologize in advance for all of the awkward that's going to happen. I'm going to sit down. I have a very small window to work with. Again, this window is a bit bigger than the last couple, so hopefully this works. I'm going to try my best to stay in frame. I am making a flow journal. And this was an idea that I got from a group that I'm in called Kara Brandon and Friends. She is the lovely designer of Kara Brandon Creations. And our swap for February is going to be a flow journal. And my understanding of a flow journal is it's just like any regular junk journal, just a bunch of random stuff, but you don't actually make anything permanent. So there's no actual closure, nothing like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use elastic to hold everything in place. And I'm not sure which size I'm going to use. I think this one's just a bit too big. It's 3mm. I believe this one is 2mm, and I think I'm going to use this one. So this is the cover I made in my last video. I still can't decide whether I want it to be like this or like this. I'm still working on it, but while I'm trying to figure that out, I'm going to make, at the very least, what I'm going to use for holding all the papers in. Now in this challenge or slop, we are supposed to use at least 28 pieces of paper or, paper bags, whatever. And so it's going to be super thick and chunky, but it's going to be so much fun. This pen right here and this pen right here are supposed to stay where they are because that tells me the area I need to stay in. So there's that. So I just cut a random piece, and what I'm gonna do is this is gonna be the middle, right? And just like a traveler's notebook, we're gonna stick the pieces in there. I'm just gonna set this off to the side now that I know that that's what I'm gonna use. And I have a bunch of paper clips, they're gold and silver, that I got from Amazon that I'm going to use to hold pieces in, because we're not supposed to glue anything down. Everything's supposed to be free floating, so the person who receives it can just take everything out and use it however they want. So I have this cover that I made out of a file folder and some Tim Holtz collage paper. I have, oh whoops, I found this. And I have a pile of stuff that I thought that I might want to use. Now there's more than 28 pieces here. I don't know if I'm going to use them all. I may not. But let's just take a quick walk through. I've got this, got some pretty greenish tinted. I'm not sure if you can see the green on the video, but this has a greenish tint to it. If you put it next to something that's white, maybe you can tell. These are a couple of dyed papers that someone gave me. I'm not sure whether I want to use them or not. This was my bag that my Simon Says stamp order came in a while ago. Just a random piece of double-sided cardstock. I'm not sure what I want to do with this or if I want to put this in there, but this was sent to me by someone. This one I'm going to set aside because I have an idea for that one. I'm just going to move that. Move it. Stay over there. Okay. So I have a couple of printed pages. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. I didn't print them double-sided. But I have them in here just in case. This is also another print. This was a freebie from Artie Mays, I believe, and I love it. Just another double-sided piece of cardstock. Some ledger paper. Some green ledger paper that I found at a thrift store. This is something super cool. I'm not even entirely sure how it was made, but this was sent to me and it's been sitting in my stash for several months and I have not used it. So I thought that I would put it in this journal, and I hope that the next person can actually use this better than I have because I've just been hoarding it. So I've got another couple pieces of cardstock. These are not double-sided, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to use those. I just know I have to have at least 28 pieces of paper. Whatever you put in afterwards is fine. I think this is going to be a part 1 video, so it doesn't get too long. This is just going to be me putting it together, and then the next video will be me filling it. I got these pieces. These pages came from a Somerset Studio magazine. These were some cutout pages from that same magazine. Another piece of cardstock. Another piece of cardstock. This came from a For the Love of Paper book. And it's like wrapping paper, but I thought this gold was beautiful, so I thought I'd include that. It's been sitting around forever. These are more pages from that same book. And this is what goes with this. This is an envelope. I'm going to cut out the envelope, and I'm going to put the envelope in there somehow, maybe with just a paper clip. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but this is something I want to include in the journal. Just a couple of book pages from older books. This is a page from the a country diary of an Edwardian lady. Some pages from a gardening book I found at a thrift store. I love these little flowers. They're so beautiful. These, you know what, I'm not even entirely sure what these are, or for that matter, where they came from. I've had them in my stash forever. But I wanted to add these because I thought they were super cool. Some vintage-ish. I think it's vintage. I'm not sure. This was sent to me and I just found it. Music paper. These were pages from another flower book. And then some dyed and stamped papers that I got from someone. I just have so many of them, and I just wanted to use these. I love using these in journals. Some tracing paper, because I don't know about anybody else, but my favorite place to collage is on tracing paper. I don't know why, it just is. I think it's the sound, the crinkle, I love it. This is some more tissue paper. And then this is some handmade paper that I picked up at a thrift store a while ago. This just is an extra piece. So you can tell that mostly this is like a muted colors journal, right? So this is going to be a thick, big boy. He's going to be thick. We're going to see what we're going to do. So this one definitely we're going to put in there, right? We're going to put this one in there and we're going to fold it like this. This is how he's going to go in. I think I want to do this one because this is pretty tall, right? Let me grab it. This is pretty tall. I think we can do this, right? Have it in there like this. And then this is kind of like a pocket maybe, or maybe like this. And this can be the pocket. Oh, hey, how about that? Okay. Anyway, we're going to put this in there like this, right? We're not going to do anything else with it. And we're going to put this guy in there. And some tracing paper. I have a small window, guys, so I'm trying. All right, so this guy we're gonna fold up. This guy, look at this little stamped image. I love that. It's so cute. I think this was from my friend Christina. I had asked her if she would make me some coffee dyed papers to use in my journals. Let's see. I love the smell of coffee dyed paper. I don't know about you guys, but I love the smell of coffee dyed paper. So here's these. I don't want everything to be next to each other. Right now I'm just trying to like fold everything up and see how I want to put this together. All right. That's what we're gonna do. Maybe I don't know how to pause it and come back, so I don't really honestly know whether this is wallpaper or wrapping paper. I think it's just really old wrapping paper, but I'm not 100% sure. I just know that it is absolutely beautiful. And I have a huge stack of it. So I came across it today and I was like, oh, hey, I have to add this. There's that. These beautiful papers. I love these butterflies. Look at those butterflies. They're so pretty. A little higher. Just trying to, and I don't know how people feel about rough edges, right? I know I don't mind them. I think they're fun sometimes. I don't know whether I want to fold this in half or clip it in. I think I might want to clip that in. There's this guy. We'll move this to the side because I think, you know what, actually I'm going to fold this in half. It's not quite half though, because there's like, let's see. I don't know if you can see that. There's two. It cuts into two pieces. And I believe this is a Flow book that I can't, honestly, I don't remember where I got this from. I just love this writing paper. So we're gonna put it like this, and then I'm gonna cut this out and make this into the envelope and paper clip it to the thing. So I'm gonna do it off camera. But we're gonna do that. These are just so pretty. These bunnies. Is it too? Haha. I think I want to put this one like this. Because, you know, sometimes you just want to have things different. And then this guy, I'm going to stick in there just like this, right? How do we want to do this? Either way, it's going to be like, it's going to come out. So we'll do it like this. Stick it in there like this. I may have to cut it down a bit too. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that guy yet, or that guy. Let's do this, definitely. I wanna add this. I love Somerset Studio. You know what I haven't been able to get my hands on? The new Somerset Studio, or that is supposed to come out this month, or Daphne's Diary. I don't even know where to find that. I wanna get those both this month. Image. Isn't this beautiful? All right, I probably should have just folded all of this stuff off camera because I feel like this video is now taking forever. Let's see if I want to add this. I think I do. Just for some fun extra texture of cardstock, right? And I know I'm partially off camera. I apologize. This guy, this pretty guy. Oh, look at the shine. I love it. And this is 2 pages. We're gonna do that. Those are, side note, this guy, I wanna stick in there like this. Just love this. I eventually think I want to back a piece of this with some coffee dyed paper and turn it into journaling cards because it's just absolutely beautiful. I haven't decided on these ones yet, so I'm going to set those aside. This bag I'm definitely going to use, and I'm going to definitely use it like this as a pocket and tuck some stuff in there in the journal. I'm going to set these aside as well. These I'm definitely going to use. And then this guy. I bought a bunch of this on Amazon. I love it. I use it all the time. It's tissue paper. I use it for collage. I use it for everything. So there. I'm going to bring this back over here. And I apologize for the mess. Let me see. Let me stand up and see if we're in frame. There we go. Okay. So let's see, we need at least 28 pieces, right? So we want to start to make sure that we have at least that. So I think the first piece I want in there is this bag. And then, see, I'm going to paperclip this right here just because I want it to stay, and it's driving me bananas that it's not. Okay, so this is, those will be, put it like this, okay. But then I want to put something in between, right? Okay. This is all about stuff that the person who receives this will be able to use later. So that is what I'm doing, making sure that the person that I'm sending this to is going to be able to reuse these later. I'm not gluing anything in. I'm just going to cut off this edge a little. And I know it's roughly, but it's going to be okay. Sometimes you just have to make a rough cut. I can't cut a straight line to save my life, but at least we know now it's not going to get itself stuck, right? We don't want it to get stuck. We want to be able to use it for its functionality of tucking stuff in once we get to that point. Ugh, you know what? I'm going to have to eventually go back and just cut more off in a better way. But for now, it'll be okay. All right. Moving those aside. All right. Let's see. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going in the right direction, right? Let's see. What do we want to put in here? Something a little more colorful? Let's find something colorful. There we go. Right. Something a little fun. No, we're not going to do that. Let's see. There we go. Add some color. There we go. All right. This is starting to come together. This I want to get in there at some point. Probably towards the middle. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let's stick this one in here. We'll do the opposite way. Because I do want to use both sheets that I pulled out of these ledgers. The ledger. Just because I think that it's cool. Stick this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10. All right. And then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll do this, right? And then do 16, 17, 18. Let's see. This would be, yeah, 19. And then it's 20, 21. Let me see. 22. 23. So this is 24 and 25. And then 26, 27, 8. Yeah, so we've got more than 28 at this point, so that's perfect. 28 was the goal. Anything above and beyond that is great. So I can be done counting now and just put things together. Just want to add some more fun and some more color. Let's see. This is, I love putting together signatures. It's even more fun when you can just do random stuff, because I'm not usually a throw random stuff together kind of person. I'm very methodical and I make sure that I know exactly what I want, and everything has to be perfect. It's just who I am. So this is a totally different thing than I normally do, and it is kind of fun. I'm enjoying this. So I think that is all the pieces I really want to put in here as pages. Everything else is going to be just fun stuff that I add to it. Let's see. It is a little big. It's not as thick as I thought it was going to be. Well, at least I guess part of that is probably because I haven't even completely put everything I wanted to put in here. So it's going to be so thick and so much fun. All right, let's see. So this is just a rough, this is what I'm going to do, putting it together. I do need to adjust some stuff, right? Because this is hanging over way too much. So let's see. Here's what we've got. I think I counted 36 pages. I may add a couple of more, but for now, you know what, I am going to add these in there too, somewhere, just for fun. These two, just to add some more flowers, some more color. Just some more texture, right? Because this is like glittery and it's got a texture to it. And no, I'm not going to use that one. So I think that is everything I'm going to use. Nope, let's do this because I love this piece too. We're going to find a place for this piece. So we've got a lot of pieces here. This is just the basic, you know. I'm probably going to move stuff around because there's a lot of crazy going on here. Let's see, I'm also going to work on folding this better because this is a mess. Okay, there we go. All right, so then now, once we have everything where we think we want it, and of course I'm going to move it around because that's what I do. I'm going to take this and fold it, and I'm going to, for now, leave it with a little bit of extra give because I want to make sure that I can adjust it if I decide to add anything else. So there we have it, a super long putting the basics together. I don't want to make this video too long, so I will stop and work on getting this perfect, and then we'll come back, and in the next video we will do the finish it up with putting all of the goodies in and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys.